welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tanya. This is a YouTube channel where I talk about knitting or crochet or whatever I might be working on that week. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content. And if you're returning, you guys, welcome back. I do my episodes a little bit differently. I have what I call my whip wall, and it is a bunch of cubbies. And in each cubby is 1 to 2 projects. And then I have an app on my iPad that's a dice rolling app. And so I roll the dice, it tells me which cubby and project to grab, and that's the project I work on for 1 week. So if I finish that project before the week is up, then I come back, I share my progress and my FO with you guys, and then we roll the dice again and we start the week over. So I did not get an FO this week. Last Monday, I rolled the Baldelia by Marie Amelie Designs. And this is a project. Here's a picture of it. This was one of the projects that I cast on as one of my 12 cast-ons of Christmas. And I am using Blue Savannah. It's 50% wool and 50% silk. And I don't know if she has a name for this base. But it is DK weight sweater. I'm using 2 colors. The pattern, as you saw, is a solid color. I had the 2 colors of her merino silk, and I wanted to I don't want stripes, I just wanted periodic color splashes. I think I started with 3 skeins of this gray, which is called Flagstone. And then I had 2 skeins of this chicory colorway. And so I am just randomly placing sometimes a whole row, sometimes a couple of stitches, sometimes I'm staggering them. There's no rhyme or reason to how I'm placing the colors, but this is what I have left at this point in my project. These 2 are let's see here. This is what I have left of what's attached to the project currently. So I'm about out of the chicory, and this is what I have left of the Flagstone. And this is my 2nd Flagstone skein. So that is what I have left for wool as I put this project away until the dice rolls it again. And I'm actually pretty excited about the progress I made this week. My daughter's on summer vacation, so I've got her here, and she's 8. And we have all sorts of things that we do together. She recently learned how to ride her bike, so we're doing several bike rides. She does take swimming. We have a few other standing appointments throughout the week. So yes, and then this past weekend, so we live, Cinder's walking by, and I can see that she's shaking the tripod. I'm so sorry. We live in or around Boise, Idaho in the US, and there's a town, it's like a valley, I don't know what else to call it, but it's called Emmett. And it's all throughout the state, but Emmett's the only place that I've gone to do this. They have what they call you-pick vineyards, or they're just different fields that you can go and pick your own fruits. So basically you go and you pay like, I don't even know, $10 or $15 for a bucket, and they send you off to the best part of their vineyard where they still have cherries available, and you get to go fill this bucket as much or as little as you want. You pay the same because you're paying by the bucket. And Alex and I did that a couple years ago, and I was looking to do that again this year. And as I was looking for the information, I came across an event called the Cherry Festival, and it was basically like a great big carnival. And there were rides and food vendors and craft market vendors, And we spent an entire day. Like I don't think I got any knitting done for a good day and a half this week. Like didn't even touch it. That's not even including the days where I got very little knitting done. But I still feel great with my progress. So I'll show you, enough rambling. Let's see here. I've got these needle stoppers on here. So this is how it's knitting up. This right here is where I was when I rolled the dice last week. So this is how much of the body that I've gotten done. But I also have both of the sleeves already finished. So both the sleeves are done, and as you can see, it goes down and it does a really drastic decrease, and it has an accentuated cuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm gonna fit into that. But I put it on and look at how great that looks. Like, and I'll end up wearing it down here, but it does fit and it looks so good. So that is where my project is at. With these sleeves, I did the exact same thing I'm doing with the body. I am just randomly placing some of that blue. They are not identical, which is kind of how I do things. I do like a bit of chaos in my projects. And I love it. I absolutely love how this has turned out. It's a 4-row repeat that I have to do where I just stopped with this project. It's a 4-row repeat that has some decreases along the sides. So I'll show you here. So you have this bit. Here we go. So here you can see that V bit, and it does go all the way down the inside of the sleeve, but then it also comes down the side of the body. And I have some decreases I have to do. And I figured, it's Monday night. It's the day I get to roll the dice. It's a good time for me to stop and put this away and roll the dice to see what I get to work on this upcoming week, which I'm very excited about. Now, if you guys watched last week's episode, you'll know that I feel like my whip wall is looking a little sparse, which I have had some I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you because I have had some fantastic recommendations or suggestions on how to approach my whip wall right now. So for those of you that commented, thank you. I so truly appreciate your input because I think as I'm reading these and I'm talking to some of my friends on Zoom, I think I'm ultimately going to end up incorporating pieces of different people's recommendations. Like how I just think I'm going to end up taking pieces of each one. I'm not quite ready to do that. That'll probably be a project when Alex is ready to help me or she's at her dad's. So I don't have to think that she's going to come out here and say, Mom, let's do this activity. And I'm going to need to stop what I'm doing with the whip wall to go do that activity. So I'm not quite there. I so appreciate all of the suggestions. I'm not ignoring them. I just want to figure out the best way that I can incorporate pieces of each so that I'm happy with what's happening over there. So I'm going to put this away and we are going to go over and we're going to roll the dice. Get this back in my project bag. I'm going to put this back on the shelf and see what we're going to be working on. Let's go. All right, so here's the whip wall. Here is the Baldelia. We're going to put that back into this cubby. And so we've got cubbies 1 through 6, 7 through 12, 13 through 18. And you'll notice when I open my dice app that I have a 20-sided dice on there. And so if the dice rolls 19, then I'll grab that project bag. And if it rolls 20, then I'll grab that project bag. And you'll also notice that there's 2 dice on here. And this second dice will tell me if I'm taking the first or second project. So where you see that there's 2 project bags, if it says 1, I'll grab that one. If it says 2, I'll grab that one. So for those of you that are new, that is the tidbits about my whip wall. And for those of you that are returning, thanks for listening to it again, you guys. All right, so let's see what we've got. 5, 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no project 2, so let's see what's in here. Did you guys recognize it? Did you recognize what was in here? Okay, I believe I recently rolled this one, and I don't remember how far I got, but I think this might be able to be an FO if I remember correctly. So this, I need to let Cinder out, or Lily out. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. She was letting me know she was done with dinner, and she was doing that by banging her food bowl around. So anyway, this is the Maddie sweater. It's by Knitwear, designed by Claudia Wersing. Let's see. This was one that I saw the pattern when I was with my friend Karen, and I believe Karen and I both got wool to make matching sweaters. I don't recall though. Okay, let's see. Let's see where we're at with this one. Okay, this is not the one I was working on, but it looks amazing. I'm very excited. So this is where I am at. I will put a stitch marker on my progress. I am working with Queensland Kathmandu. Is that how you would say that? Kathmandu fingering. It's merino silk and cashmere tweed. Here it is. 85% wool, 10% silk, 5% cashmere. Let's see here. What size needles am I on? Doing them on US 6. So this is where I'm at with this. I'm going to get going and I will put a progress keeper on here. I need to go figure out what these stitch markers mean, because I've got them on the front as well as the back. I need to go see. It looked like I was doing really good keeping track of something. I need to go figure out what I was keeping track of. So I will be back tomorrow sometime with an update on this project, and I will see you guys then. Good morning. So it is not Tuesday morning. It is actually Wednesday morning. Tuesday morning and Tuesday during the day, Alex and I ended up super busy. We went out to the yarn shop. Alex had an appointment, and then we all had to go pick out new lawn chairs for the backyard, which is ridiculous, the options that you have when it comes to lawn chair shopping. You have the recline type, you have the sitting type, you have the kind with shocks and rockers, and it's a lawn chair, folks. So we spent an embarrassing amount of time shopping for lawn chairs yesterday. And then the kids and I went to lunch. And then Alex's dad came over, and he helped us get the chicken playground, is what we're calling it. But it's the run that the chickens can run out of that's attached to their coop. He helped us get that set up so that the chickens, we can just open the door. And I will include a video at the end here showing the first time the chickens are using their little ramp into their playground. It was super exciting. So we have 2 olive acres that looked like chipmunks when we first got them. So for you new folks, the kids and I got baby chickens about 2 months ago, and they were in the house for 6 weeks, and then we booted them out. We had a chicken coop built for them, and we were told to leave them in the chicken coop for a week so to get used to, this is where we sleep, this is where our food is, and then they'll want to go up in there at night. And so we were picking them up and putting them in this separate run that we had. Well, now we have a run that's attached to the coop. Anyway, through this process, 2 olive acres looked like chipmunks when we got them. And one of them has a darker head than the other. And so Alex is calling the one with the darker head Darky. And then we got 4 Australorps, which are black chickens. And they have black feathers. And one of them has white feathers that started to develop about 2 weeks ago at the tips of her wings. So Alex is calling her French tips. Now, that leaves 4 other birds without names. One of the birds got her name last night as we waited for them to come out of the chicken coop. They were very unsure of why the side of their coop was opening, and we were all sitting there watching and gawking. Alex was in there. She helped him. She coaxed the first one down the ramp. I'm not going to include the entire video because they came out. We didn't force them. They came out as they were ready. And the final one, it was minutes after the last one. And you could see her in there just pacing, and she'd come right up to the edge of the door, and then she'd scurry back. So it was about 14 minutes for that final bird to come out. So her name is now Nellie, for Nervous Nellie. So we have 3 of them that are now named. Gradually, the others will get their names. But I am here this morning to share my progress on my Maddie sweater so that I can edit this and get it up. And because it's Wednesday, Mandy with Mouse's Makes has uploaded her video as well. So I will be editing and then watching Mandy. So let me show you what we've got. Okay, so this is where I was Tuesday night whenever we rolled the dice. So I've gotten this much done. And since then, I do have the sleeves broke out here. Now I have to go round and round and round in stockinette stitch for more than a foot. I want to say it's like 13 or 14 inches from here. So I've got maybe an inch, maybe an inch and a half, but I need to go like 13 or 14 inches total. So I have a ways of just knitting to go. But there's my progress. I'm loving the way the sleeves are gonna look. I love this detail on the top of the sleeve here. Can you see that, where the stitches change direction? I'm very excited. So yes, I have lots and lots of knitting round and round and round to go. I am taking Alex and Anthony to a movie today. So this will be a perfect project because I can do this one in the dark. So I'm gonna go enjoy the chicken video. I will not include all 14 minutes that it took that one chicken, but as I chop out the sections where there's no activity, just know that that's why it's jumping the way that it is. I'll also include a video of Lily when she saw the birds in the yard, as well as Cinder when she saw the birds in the yard. So if you're not interested in any of that, there's not going to be any more knitting content after this point right here.
Bye. Go ahead, honey. Come on out.
The afterglow of this daily war. I need so much more than just holy water. The wind is roaring my heavy song. It's been way too long since I almost caught her. Baby, let me lay here a while
Set it down at the end of the ladder so they can see it.
moves over.
Not right at the end, so they don't trip over it and they have room to get out. That's perfect. Alex, good job.
I'm hanging on, yes, I'm staying home. I need so much ground just to keep from floating. My love is roaring that heavy song. It's been way too long since I almost caught her. Baby, let me lay here a while until my heart goes sober. Baby, let me lay
Wait. Okay.
The afterglow of this daily war. I need so much more than just holy water. The wind is roaring my heavy song. It's been way too long since I almost caught her. Baby, let me lay here a while until the day moves over. I'm hanging on, yes, I'm staying home. I need so much ground just to keep from floating. My love is roaring that heavy song. It's been way too long since I almost caught her. Baby, let me lay here a while until my heart goes over. Baby, let me lay here a while until my heart goes over.